definitely want to go to the House of Hope and take out Raphael as soon as you can, as it's got some of the best rewards in the game. When you kill him, he drops this really nice legendary armor set, which makes you immune to burning, has the potential to cause burning, and comes with a flight spell. Also a really nice pair of gloves here that sets the wearer's strength to 23. Also in the museum is the Amulet of Greater Health, and that'll set your constitution to 23, giving you a huge boost in defense and hit points. I slapped it on Minx and it gave him an extra 120 points, which is pretty crazy. Also hidden within here is a really badass looking helmet that makes you immune to blinding, lets you see in the darkness up to 12 meters, and gives you a bonus +2 to spell saving throws, as well as having a staff in here that has the same ability that my legendary weapon has of Arcane Battery. That ability lets you have an extra free spell, so instead of being capped out to one level 6 spell, you can have 2. You should definitely get the dual wield perk for any magic caster, just so you can have 2 of those abilities and be able to cast 3 level 6 spells. You'll also find the contract that Mole made with Raphael, and she's not too happy that 1, you have it, and 2, you killed him. If you kill his look-alike succubus, it'll drop some really nice Hell Dust gloves, and that provides an extra 1 to 6 fire damage or 1 to 6 necrotic damage if you're unarmed, as well as having a Ray of Fire's ability. I slapped that on Astarion, and he's just so damn overpowered with this and being ascended now. And you also get the body harness that he was wearing.
Rise. Ah, Mahler's Mark in ambush.
So it's located in Act 3 in Baldur's Gate, and it's right above the apothecary shop, all the way northwest. You'll meet the shop owner Hellsick that'll spit some sick rhymes at you.
Welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be and shop with glee. Course, such a task will require quite the substantial donation to Lord Mammon's coffers. A gauntlets of hill giant strength within the House of Hope. Free passage, and you fetch them for me. Deal? Here is the... What? I couldn't have misplaced. I've been robbed! Out! The shop is closed. You and everyone else can go to hell without my help.
It's always hilarious when you do this long quest for someone and then they realize that they don't have the item they were gonna reward you with because it's been pickpocketed. If you do want to take the pickpocket route, you want to make sure to grab the ritual bag as well as the ritual tome. When I stole the tome off of her, I ended up going out the front, and I noticed this top balcony when I had my escape route. I just flew up there, which will allow you to avoid this giant trap that's in front of the door. But unless you have a way for all your party members to get up there, you would still have to go around that. Pretty easy to disarm the trap, as the statue mentions that he's just so thirsty, so I just gave him a bottle of some hard alcohol. I'm sure any kind of liquid beverage would work though. In the same room has got a little chest by the bed, and it's got a pretty good but pretty crazy looking helmet in there. On the floor there's a ritual symbol, and you have to place 5 of those ritual items in specific spots. They list this in the tome, but it could be a little confusing to try to figure out. Based on how my character is facing now, you'd want to toss the coin on the southwest circle there. You should know it's in the correct spot by it illuminating. Then drop the incense in the northeast spot. Place the skull on the south circle. Diamond goes into the other north spot. Then toss the infernal marble right in the center. Jump into the portal in the center, and you'll be greeted by a spirit called Hope. She wants you to break her free from this hell, and you definitely should, as she can heal your whole team for the fight with Raphael. One of these doors has a opening to a cliffside here, and right beneath the door is a little green light that, if you click on it, it will lead to her prison, but eventually after you steal the hammer, which you need to release her, she'll lead you down another entranceway into her prison. So I guess this is probably if you just want like an alternate route to get an advantage on the spectators that are up there kind of guarding the place. But there is a alternate route here to access the note that you would need in order to grab the hammer, and that might be important, and you might need to use this route if you don't get the invitation from the archivist, as you do have to pass a few persuasion checks in order to get that.
A lost little mouse is running through the house.
Nothing good happened here.
Once you get inside, you can steal a few of these treasures, but you do have to release the pressure plates in order to do so. And I thought I'd be able to steal it with invisibility, but they were all just like kind of hanging around me because of my summons, so it's a good idea to move your summons on the other side of the room and they'll just kind of like hang out there and make the theft a lot easier. But you could just wait till you get the invitation, go to that room to get the note to unlock the hammer, and then just come back and steal them all at the same time. As soon as you take the hammer, it's gonna alert everyone, and Raphael will be on his way home. So you can get this password without encountering a fight, and you'll get a pretty interesting sex scene. That's basically like a succubus. It's made to look like Raphael. Even the female version looks just like Raphael, and if you give your mind and your body to them, you'll just end up dying. If you don't resist the temptation, which is a pretty hard dice roll, then you can just give the option of giving your body without giving your mind, and they'll end up being able to look like you anytime they want, so who knows what kind of repercussion that will have. You want to end up killing them anyway, as they'll drop some really nice gloves that are really overpowered, especially on Astarion, as that, with being ascended, he's pumping out like 40 plus damage on his regular attacks. With this little offhand bow attack, he does 20 plus damage. It's good to have any radiant damage, as you're gonna have to be fighting a lot of devils in here. If you haven't picked up the Summon Angel spell, that's a really good summon, especially for here. I'll post a link in the description below on where you can snatch that up.
What a surprise. Ah, Mahler's Mark in ambush.
On the way back, I found this little hidden room that requires a few dice rolls in order to pass through the secret entrance there. And within that room is a really nice helmet, staff, and most contract that she made with Raphael. Eventually on your way back, almost to the start, you'll find Hope standing there, as that's where she's being held in that little section there. Just descend down the little elevator, and you want to equip the hammer here and use it to break those 2 crystals that are binding her. There are 2 spectators here, but they are pretty easy to take out. Astarion nearly soloed one of them.
Free! I never thought I would be believed I could be Hope.
Continue making your way back to where you originally came in from, and as soon as you try to enter the portal, then Raphael will appear. You do have the option to try to convince Yuri to fight on your side, but it's a pretty tough dice roll, and he is pretty weak. He's only got like 70 hit points.
The master of the house is coming.
I was able to cast Otto's Irresistible Dance, but it didn't work. He wasn't dancing, and he's still casting through it. The Mage Slayer perk and the Psionic Backlash is really strong against him, as that's all he does is cast really strong spells against you. I like the scene with Hope in here, as sometimes life can seem hopeless, but all you really need is a little hope. That's all I got. Take it easy, keep hope alive, and I'll see you on the next one.
Bloody idiot! You can kill half the devils in the house for all I care, but Raphael was my patron. He made promises.